All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome y'all back for the last and final day of this year's SHOT Show. You
Final day?
Say?
No, that's amazing.
We made it, right?
Final day.
And we're here at the Otis booth again. Shout out to Otis. Otis!
Yeah.
So, that's a
That was good.
fire
That was
pan.
a good pan.
We have an amazing
Otis,
guest today
Otis.
who happens to be from...
Otis.
Otis. And
She's like, these guys.
I don't know what I signed myself up for.
We got to adjust the mic. It's not pointing at her mouth.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
No, it's okay. That's how it goes.
Okay, you do it.
And we're going to keep all this in.
So nervous.
Keep going, yeah.
Maybe I need to boost it.
Yeah, there you go.
Now we're
No, more, yeah. Yeah.
Make me
now
cross-eyed.
we're cooking with oil. Let's see. There we go. Ah,
Is this his first day?
it is. Sorry.
He's in training.
Only had one job. There we go. How's that look?
I'll do a separate sync point.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, we can use that as a blooper. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right,
All
ladies
right.
and gentlemen, we want to welcome y'all back to the last and final day of this year's SHOT Show. We want to give a special shout out to Otis.
Otis.
And today we have an amazing guest. Actually, she's with Otis. Otis, let's hear it one time for Otis. Horns.
Yeah.
They're going live. You guys cannot see her for the ancient folks who are not going to watch this video, but Heather's looking at us like we are nuts. And we are. You got to be a
Pretty
nut
close.
to be an
Pretty
entrepreneur.
accurate. It's pretty accurate.
But Heather, introduce yourself, please.
I don't know if I can do it like you guys do.
That's all right. We'll help pipe you up.
All
Yeah.
right. My name is Heather, and I'm from Otis, and I am the Vice President of Marketing. And
Nice.
I've been here for 17 years. I
With
think.
Otis?
Yeah.
What?
First job out of college. First real job.
And you've been here the whole time, no breaks?
No breaks.
Wow.
We need something
this is
already
good.
for
Yeah,
this.
hold on. Let me get on. This is gonna be a really good conversation. It kind of sucks that we only have 30 minutes, but we're gonna make it do what it do. And because you said you live under the rock, you don't get that reference. Yeah.
She's like,
Seriously, I
yeah,
don't.
she's like, no, I don't. It's
He'll
just,
explain it later.
yeah, it's just lingo. Make it do what it do, baby.
make it do what it do.
All right, so wow, I guess let's unpack. So
Jump right in.
Yeah, season 2 for us was all about empowering women who do some really dope stuff in the space. We had Lenny Oakley on, Des, she's influencer,
Yeah.
firearms trainer,
Tess,
We
yeah.
had all types
Rhonda
of
Pitts. We had a ton of
all types
amazing
of women
ladies
that
on.
were just
Awesome.
like trailblazers. And so when I reached out to you and you said, yeah, we'd love to have you guys at our booth, it was like awesome, because I know from the conversation you and I had before that Otis was actually founded by a young lady, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. So Doreen was 16 years old when she founded Otis, and she was hunting with her dad, and they were hunting for white-tailed deer, and she fell in the mud, and she tripped, and she got mud stuck in her barrel, and she was trying to get the mud out so that they could keep hunting, and instead she got a stick stuck in the barrel. So they had to end their hunt early, and it was a 2-mile hike back to camp, and while she's walking back to camp, like mad at herself and reflecting, she's thinking there's got to be a better way. There's
Yeah.
got to be something that I can do and take with me in the field so that this doesn't happen again, because they were hunting for, meat for the freezer. And so when she got back to camp, she kind of put together some things that were from her grandfather's World War II kit, and put together this kit and caboodle, is what she called it. Had everything you needed to clean and clear in the field. So she started carrying it with her. And her dad's friends thought it was cool and liked it. And so the next SHOT Show, she decided to come out here and gauge interest.
Yep.
And instead, she came home with an order for like 500 units or something like that. And so it kind of just snowballed from there.
What year was that?
That would have been 1985.
Wow.
So SHOT Show today is not what SHOT Show back then was.
I wouldn't know.
Right.
It would have been -1. But,
Yeah.
but it was, so you have to be 18 to get in.
Yep.
okay.
And she was not 18.
I was going to ask about
Yeah,
this.
so she was not 18. So she and her mom and dad and probably her siblings were there too, had come to set up the show, during exhibitor set up, and it's more lax
Yep.
during that period. So she had her booth all set up, and opening morning, she gets to the door, and the guy at the door is like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm going to my booth." And they're like, "Well, how old are you?" And she's like, "I'm 16." And he's like,
Wow.
"Well, you got to be 18 to get in." So her and her mom went back to their hotel room, and they put on one of her mom's shirts, and they made her makeup a little bit more
Red lipstick.
dramatic and puffed her hair a little bit higher because it was the 80s, and put
Yeah.
on some heels, and then she walked right through the door. So
That's awesome.
That is.
That's a way to overcome.
That's it. Getting it done.
Oh, yeah,
By
that's
any means
awesome.
necessary.
Yep.
So
That's good stuff.
has Otis been here every year since?
Yes.
Wow. So that's a lot of growth. That's a lot of tenure in this space too. So, all right, cool. That's an amazing story. Well, I'm gonna circle back around to that in a second. How did you get into the space? I know we talked about it a little bit before the
Sure.
mics were hot.
So I graduated from college, and I was getting near graduation, and all my friends were interviewing with employers that came on campus and stuff like that, because they all kind of lived local to where I went to school. And I didn't do any of that because I didn't want to live there. I wanted to move back home, and that's like a 3-hour drive from home. So, I came home, and I was talking to my dad and about how, I really wanted to live at home, but I live in a very rural area. So where do you go with a marketing degree in a rural
Yeah.
area where most small businesses probably don't have a marketing department? It's probably the small business owner themselves
Yep.
doing whatever marketing they can. And like, okay, there's a hospital that we have, but there's one marketing person, and she's been there for 20 years. So
Yep.
I'm probably not going to have a chance there.
Yeah.
So my dad, he was a technology teacher, and they toured Otis.
Wow. Are they still
times
here?
previously. What?
Wait, you said, oh, your dad.
My dad toured Otis.
Oh,
him
okay,
and his
okay.
class would come to Otis
Okay.
and tour, because some of the things
Yeah.
that he taught had application, in a manufacturing floor.
Yep.
So he was like, "Well, what about Otis?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is." And so he told me about it, and I just happened to there weren't even job openings. I just put
Really?
in like a cover letter and resume. I sent it off without any job openings available, just hoping.
Yep.
And they just happened to be growing and expanding and looking to build a marketing department. And so the
And here
stars
you are.
aligned, and here I am.
And so you've been with Otis for how long?
17 years,
17
I think.
years.
I think it's 18
Wow.
this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
Yo,
story.
my
You've
mind
probably
is
seen
blown.
so much.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can't even imagine in the industry over that time.
Talk
For
to
sure.
us about the growth, like
Yeah.
just as entering Otis, because you said you worked your way up the ranks, or you came in marketing.
I came in marketing as entry-level marketing. And now I am the head of the department.
Ooh, fancy! Hold on,
Yeah,
an
wow.
applause.
Yeah, we need something for that. Hats
Yeah,
off.
that's a folks who you are still stuck in
You
the
have-
90s.
yeah, you have
You're-
to find the
you have to
video
find the
version
video
of our
version of this,
podcast.
which is on our YouTube.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So then, how have you seen the space diversify in the last 17 years?
I mean, it's definitely grown significantly. When I came to my first SHOT Show, it was definitely big and
Yep.
like amazing and overwhelming, because I'd never been to anything like this before. But you see so many more businesses here
Oh, yeah.
that are able to grow and flourish, and so many more women, so many more people in the space, and all walks of life. And so it's very cool to see.
What does that mean for Otis, like seeing so many women? Because you are founded by a woman, and does that pour into like the mission side of what Otis does?
Sure. So Otis has always given back, whether it is, a youth organization, a hunter safety course, a Boy Scouts event, or a women's program. It's really important to us to give back to those organizations that are helping teach people about shooting sports and getting them involved in the industry. So we always try to help out whenever we can. And so that's where, we got involved with Babes with Bullets and their training program
Yep.
for women. And now the WOMA with their organization and their foundation charities and things like that. And we do a lot with other organizations as well to support their initiatives.
Shout out to the WOMA. We love y'all,
yeah.
ladies. That's actually
That's
where we met.
I was going to say where we met you and
that's
heard
where
the
we
story.
met.
We're like,
And it was like that definitely was for us like the stars aligned for us because
Yeah.
as an agency, our goal is to harness and empower and amplify voices of minorities. So usually when I say that, everyone goes right to race, right? Black, Latino, Asian. But then it's like the biggest minority group that's entering the space is the woman demographic. The NSSF has data on that. And so it's like, you know, we're very intentional with what we do and how we do it and why we do it because, man, women are all around badass. Like,
Yeah.
Who do we have last? Heather. We had Heather on yesterday.
Heather, Becky,
Yackley,
Yackley. Were
Yep.
you like into the firearm space at all before that? Like hunting, anything?
So I grew up around firearms. My dad
Okay.
was an avid hunter, so
Okay.
I grew up hunting with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of made it made sense
Yeah.
to you when you got into the industry.
Yeah, for
okay,
sure.
that's cool.
That's
I love
awesome.
that.
I want to circle back if you don't mind.
Sure.
So, you know, you mentioned a lot of women in the industry. Doreen's story is something that every time I tell it, it gives me goosebumps and it's just very motivational.
Yeah.
You know, I think about, she was 16 years old. I think about what I was doing at 16 and it was definitely not.
Not
Building a
a
business.
company. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
But you talk about the challenges and how hard it is to start a business. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But multiply that because not
You're
only was
young,
she
a
female, she
female.
was 16.
Yeah.
So one of the things Otis did was got into the military space. Well, she had significant challenge speaking to anyone in the military because a lot of the right people that she needed to speak to didn't really take her seriously because of how young she was and because she was a female. So her dad actually kind of became the face of Otis and did a lot of grassroots marketing on military trade shows and events and military bases to really get Otis as
get some
you know, a
traction.
cleaning kit that they
Wow,
procured.
talk about tenacity and perseverance.
Yeah, that's
and just to
amazing.
have the mind to adapt, right?
Yeah.
Because
And
as a
just to
father
see
who
it,
wants to
right.
see your little girl
Right.
fail at anything, that's actually really freaking
Yeah,
dope. That's
we were
like-
blown away. I remember you were telling
Yeah,
the
yeah,
story, and we're
yeah.
just like, "Oh, we have to get Heather on the
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah,
to talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
this." Just the Otis, and for you, just to like come right into the fold of Otis and be here almost
a
18
woman
years later.
trailblazing as a
Yeah, like
know,
almost carrying the torch, so to speak.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I've definitely seen a shift in the industry too. You know, when I first started, you know, I was also younger, but there were a lot of times where individuals aren't necessarily interested in talking to a young female because what would I know?
Yeah.
And not everyone,
Right.
You know, that's
we were
a
recording-
broad brush stroke, but
we were music industry guys, and we saw that a lot.
yeah, so now,
Yeah.
you know, the recent few years or more, you know, it's been much more open and accepting, and maybe it's my age or maybe there's, you know, that shift in that maybe you don't have to be a male
Right.
to know.
And also, if you listen to you speak about any of your products or anything your knowledge is unreal. So I'm sure after a few, even if it is initially like, what does she know what she's talking about? After you hear you speak, I'm sure they're like, oh, okay.
And this isn't because
she
you're on
actually
our
does know.
podcast. I legit don't know of any other cleaning company.
What?
I don't know of any other cleaning company in the space. I'm sure they're out there.
No,
I just
nope, there's none.
okay,
No, there's
see,
none.
there you
We're
have
the
it.
only
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hashtag
No.
monopoly.
That's it.
Monoply.
Only Otis.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
And
shoot.
Shooter's Choice.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Shooter's choice.
For
Oh
our,
yeah.
For our viewers.
Bro, look at this. Hold on. Shooter's choice.
Oh, who?
Hold on. I gotta show the camera.
Ah,
Shooters. Shooters.
that was a bad
choice.
owl I
Was
just
that-
did.
Was my owl pretty good?
It was okay.
Whose idea was that?
We have a really great creative director. I don't know if you met Mark while he was here, but
I think. Oh yeah. Wait. No. I meant the brand manager.
yeah, Jared.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, I wonder if he like saw that and thought to himself, shooter's choice.
I
just
keep
can't.
looking at her for
I
her
just can't with you.
reactions.
And my face
She's
tells
like,
no lies.
No,
Yeah,
none.
no,
We're,
not at all.
We're creatives at heart, so like seeing this, like my brain immediately goes to shoot.
Did you see the dirty boar one?
No.
I don't know if we have any left, but it says don't be a dirty boar.
Sometimes
You
we gotta
dirty-
be a.
You dirty boar.
Sometimes
You dirty
we gotta
boar.
be a
You.
dirty boar.
So, what's on the horizon for Otis?
You know, we're really just leaning into what we do best, and that's, you know, gun cleaning and maintenance. We have something coming out big later this year, but I'm not ready to talk about it, so we'll have to do a
Wow.
part 2.
Yeah.
You know, and from a marketing perspective, you know, we really try hard to educate, offer content that helps people understand the importance of cleaning, why they need to clean, how to clean across a variety of firearms, so that they have besides the physical tools, they have the resources to learn how to properly use them. Because maybe they don't know, or maybe they're looking for that reassurance or that confirmation that they're doing it the right way. So our YouTube channel is full of that content, and we're continuing to expand on it.
Yeah, fire. I saw some of that. Actually, I wanted to remind me, bro, when we kill the cameras and the mics, I want to introduce you to Destiny. She's a female firearms trainer based in Arkansas. She's a woman of color. She's trained over 1,500 women through her organization alone.
That's awesome.
And so she's a firearms trainer first, but also she's an attractive young lady, and she goes redonkulously viral all the time.
Yeah.
So I think that's someone like you
I
should
love
really
the
get to know,
connection.
because she's really dope, and her door is constantly spinning with how many women, and there's people flying her out to other cities and states because of the work she does. It is impactful, it is powerful, and she's purpose driven, and so I think that would be a good alignment for you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Or you ladies.
Missed
my opportunity.
Well, we also have an instructor discount program too to
Nice.
help out instructors as well as supplies for the classroom. So, despite the connection, be great to just give her that too.
Yeah, of course. I'll just loop y'all in an email or something, and then you guys can figure out the rest. I like connecting people.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
My boy
But wait, hold
networking.
on, let me.
My boy
applause
networking.
myself.
Pat myself on the back.
Folks, it's day 4 here at Shot
Yeah,
Show.
seriously, we made it. We did it.
Yeah.
That was good.
So tell us a little bit, like, because I do like the fact that y'all do give back. I know you mentioned Babe with Bullets and WOMA. Are there any other initiatives that you folks do, like, for the younger? Because this podcast is a communication arm of our business, and what our focus really is pulling people in who are non-traditional gun owners. And so, you know, there might be people out there who are listening, ladies, anybody, who like, I don't know how the hell to get into the space, or I'm new to the space. Why is gun care so important?
Well, multiple reasons. I mean, for one, guns aren't cheap.
Yep.
So if you've decided to make the investment, you want to protect it. And so making sure that it's cleaned and well taken care of will help you protect that investment so it lasts you for a lifetime. Or if you've got firearms handed down to you, to be able to continue to hand them down.
Yep.
So being able to have that heritage. But also, you know, regardless of what you're using the firearm for, you want it to work when you want it to work.
Yeah.
So making sure that there's a maintenance schedule for your firearms is important, so that when you expect it to go bang, it does. So, you know, that's whether you've got your sights set on a trophy buck, or you're in a shooting competition, or everyday carry type situation.
Yeah.
So
100%. I
awesome.
love that you said, because you all at Otis truly like know what you do and do it amazingly well. Yeah. And that's important. I think we see so many people, like, not necessarily in this industry, but just everyone does everything, you know, and it's like, that's cool, but you guys know what you're doing and you do it well, and I think that's amazing because it shows.
Do you guys ever like roll out new products and stuff like that? Because, you know, obviously I don't know if like you know, there are certain people who are like, oh, technology. So with my glasses, and as AI keeps evolving, I'm like, oh, you can't apply that to gun cleaner products. But I mean,
Let me show you the AI cleaning kit we have.
What? Imagine.
it pours the lube
Clean
in
my
for
weapon.
You. Yeah, clean my.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
Then it points it at you. Skynet
yeah.
activated.
Okay, I feel like that's from a movie I've seen. So
Yeah.
Come on.
yes.
Come on.
I'm not
Skynet.
I'm not gonna be able to pull the movie out. Just let me just be okay with the fact that I knew that it came from a movie.
Thank you.
Yes.
Half of my talk is like pop culture
Yeah.
and movie
Okay, what
references.
movie was
so
it?
Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator 2, Judgment
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. So that's. I'm glad you agreed to be on our show because, man, I think how many women have we had on here? Oh shoot, maybe 4 or 5.
At least for you, just for
for
this
this.
shot show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Heather.
Heather.
yeah. The other Heather. Yep. Becky, Amy Lucas. She was awesome.
Oh yeah, so that's 4.
Yep.
Lanny.
Lanny. Yeah.
No, Lanny was last season.
Last season. I'm sorry.
So we're rolling this out as a completely separate season, and all the
Here I
fancies
go.
and the bells and the
I'm
whistles
like
and all
drawing
that.
a blank.
But folks, we're approaching the 30-minute mark. We're actually just slightly under, but I do want to.
Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. Freedom Outdoors.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. She
Yep.
was on.
Yep.
Complete. See, you just
Sorry,
curveball,
Aaron.
squirrel.
Yep.
Heather's looking
I
at
have
us like, are you
I
guys
have
wrapping this up
ADHD.
or what?
Sorry.
This is just like so.
Oh, neither do we.
That's
It's all
the
right.
point.
Just
That's
roll
the
with
point.
it. It's
We're just
okay.
rolling with it.
Is this how all these go?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for
they're
the most
designed
part.
to have fun because there are a lot of podcasts. This is where I guess we got to get serious. There are a lot of podcasts in the space that cater to folks that are already in the space. We try to keep it loose, fun,
Yeah.
and super informal because not everyone comes from a hunting background or
Yeah.
Leo vet, and like for me and Rob, we're from the city,
Yeah.
right? And so my introduction into firearms. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, I'm not an advocate for underage gun owners, but if you're training under your father or your mother, that's cool. But I had my first firearm when I was 15, illegally, and I was doing stupid shit. But, as I got older, it's like I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I've owned a firearm since I was in my early 20s legally. But this was in season 1, right? I said this? I didn't know anything about a concealed carry or any of that until he and I opened our first business together. And it was just I don't want to say sheer ignorance, because in Florida, you can walk in, I want to buy this gun, and they'll do the background check and walk out. So it's like, that's exactly right. He's like, hey, are you going to carry at the studio? And I was like, yeah. He goes, you got your gun license, right? And I was like, gun license? He goes, yeah, like if you have to up it on somebody. I was like, then bro, I'm gonna just up this and let it smoke. And he was like, no bro, if you get pulled over and you have it concealed, you need to have your license. So hat off to my little big-headed baby brother and that's the first time when I started like really getting into my own rights, because man, at that point, how old was I, bro? We opened that studio almost 10 years ago. Yeah.
2016.
Yeah, almost 10 years ago. I'm 40. I'll be 42. So I was. Yeah, I was exactly. Yes, I was about my rights, and now I don't want anybody to infringe on them, brother.
Yeah, that's it. No, really, it is a beautiful thing because I hunted as a kid, but I got way away from it. We're from South Florida. Anyone that doesn't know, Miami's an hour from us. I was doing some wild things. Hunting wasn't one of them, but at least there was the knowledge that my dad poured into me, even as a kid, that I retained. When it came to certain weapons, and you at least like the foundational stuff, the principles that I'm as we got older and we got into more of like, because we've always been enthusiasts. I've always loved firearms and had one. But the more we get into this industry and explore and learn, it's beautiful to see. We say this, I probably say this too much, but it's awesome to see that everyone's willing to teach the next, to pass it along, and I think that's super important to keep just this industry sustained and growing.
And not only that, but like for me, I never thought about gun care. When I first, owned a firearm, I didn't think about, I need to clean my gun, because if I need it and use it, last thing I'm gonna do is think about cleaning it. Like I have way more shit to think about instead of cleaning my firearm. But like being in the space and realizing, oh, okay, because now for me it's become a lifestyle because I do want to explore the outdoors via hunting. So okay, if I want a hunting rifle, what do I need to accompany it? Because sure, I could probably go on tens of 20 maybe hunts and not even think about cleaning it, but the more information I watch out there on YouTube, like, oh, make sure you clean your gun, and then Otis. It's kind of like it's foundational, and so for me that's like
that's a great point.
Yeah.
What is the recommended, like,
how often should a person clean their firearm?
So I mean, every time you use it.
Really?
Of course.
It honestly, it depends.
Yeah.
It
That's our
depends
marketing
on,
ding right
yeah,
here.
I mean, it depends on how much you're shooting, what kind of ammo it is, what kind of environmental conditions they are, you know, that kind of thing. So it's hard to give like a great
an exact, but more often than not, 100%.
And like, you know, I went hunting quite a bit this fall, and it seemed to snow and rain quite a bit, and so, you know, it was every time I came in.
Cleaning
You
it.
know, I'm not cleaning the bore, but I'm wiping down the exterior, getting all the snow and the wetness off, and then I'm, you know, putting a layer of a CLP on it to just protect it from rusting. You know, and then I unfortunately didn't get anything this season, so it got cleaned at the end of the season before it got put in the safe.
Okay.
See,
awesome.
That's all. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
good
that's
stuff.
it. Yeah,
So,
I think we're. I don't know. You. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, we're almost.
No,
to the
let's keep
30-minute
going.
mark.
I just want to make sure, like, she tells our
Oh,
guests
yeah.
where to, where to
Yeah,
find
where
you
can people
guys
find
and what to
y'all?
look for.
So our website's otistech.com. That's otistech.com. We've got all of our products for sale on there, and then our other company is Shooter's Choice, and
Shooter's Choice.
Yep, and that's shooters-choice.com. So check it
Cool.
out.
Shooter's
Awesome.
Choice wasn't available.
I guess not.
She's like,
So we actually acquired Shooter's Choice in 2018.
Nice.
So Shooter's Choice was another family-owned company,
Nice.
and they kind of grew up in the industry with Otis. So the owners of Otis and the owners of Shooter's Choice went to all the same trade shows together. And, you know, one thing I'm sure you've seen about the industry is you can be competitors and you can still be friends.
100%.
So when Frank and Joe, the owners of Shooter's Choice, were looking to retire, you know, they really wanted the company to continue on with someone that maybe had the same values and potential for their brand. So, you know, they reached out to one of our owners, who was the CEO at the time, Larry, about Otis buying Shooter's Choice. And so we acquired them in 2018, and it's been a really great addition to our portfolio.
Awesome. Okay, really quick, last question. Who is Otis? Like, is that an actual person? Did she just choose that name?
So Otis is her after her. Is it her grandfather? Oh my gosh, this is so terrible. I should know this.
No, it's
her
all right.
dad's middle name is Otis, but I think it's after her grandfather.
That makes sense.
It could be her dad.
My middle
But
name is
his
Otto.
middle name is Otis.
My middle name is Otto, and that's my dad's name.
close.
Very cool. But no cigar.
I guess I'm Otis out of here. All right, folks. Thank you for
All right,
tuning in.
folks.
All right, folks.
Gotta tell you, Bob, Broccoli, Shockley, Kush on the side of me. We got Heather Otis live from SHOT Show 2026. Gotta tell you, folks, we're gonna wrap it up.
Thanks you, everybody. Damn, I damn sure did say thanks you, everybody.
You should have just let it ride.